Once you actually complete the course, you have access to these questionnaires on an online platform, and you can send them out to your patients and clients. The questionnaires are pertinent for all of the different profiles, but some of the questions that are going to be related to gut health are going to be things like, can you pass wind easily? Another one, is there undigested food in your stool? If you answer yes to those two, then one possibility is that you... Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I've got another course review for you guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nutritional Medicine Profiling Course from ICANS, or the International College of Applied Nutrition and Strength. In my 18 years as a coach, this is easily one of the best 18 courses that I have taken. And in terms of who could benefit from it, if you are somebody who is interested in health optimization, if you are a nutrition coach, a dietitian, or a personal trainer, I would definitely recommend taking this course. And we're going to get into the pros of the course real quick. But first, like the video and comment down in the comment section, as it would really help me out and help out with the algorithm. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the content. Now, let's get into what exactly makes this course so great. The reason that I took it is because it was taught by Dr. Serrano, and I'm a big fan of his, and he was very, very thorough on the physiology. And the thing that I really like about it was there was Dr. Serrano who taught it, and he was really intense on the physiology, and then Owen Lacey was his teaching assistant. And Owen Lacey, what he did was he would take the physiology, and for people who weren't really too familiar with nutrition physiology, he would kind of dumb it down a little bit and break it down so that it was more digestible for people who didn't really have that level of nutrition physiology. Now, with regard to the actual course itself, when you take the course, there are 5 different profiles that are going to be broken down. The first is going to be the adrenal and thyroid function, and this is for people who have issues with adrenal and thyroid, and they are looking to optimize adrenal and thyroid function. The second profile is going to be blood sugar management for people who need help optimizing their blood sugar function. The third profile is going to be gut health. That's the profile that I'm going to be using to break down the course with today, because there are a couple of extra things in the gut health section, but this is for people that are looking to optimize digestive function. Then the fourth profile, this is going to be detoxification and biotransformation. This is for people looking to optimize the body's ability to detoxify. And then the fifth is going to be special considerations, and this is for individuals who fall outside of the profiles that are already listed. With regard to the different profiles, there are 8 different sections that are going to be covered for each profile, and then the gut health section, there are going to be 2 additional ones. So I'm going to be going over the basic 8, and then I'm going to be addressing the gut health ones at the very end. But the first thing is going to be endocrinology. So whenever you get into each of the different units, they're going to discuss the endocrinology of that specific system. So with regard to gut health, a couple of the things with regard to hormones and functions, one of the things is going to be discussing things like ghrelin. Ghrelin, that is your hunger hormone. You have ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin signals your body when you are hungry and need to eat. Leptin signals your brain when you are full and you need to stop eating. And they basically manage your hunger. So that's with regard to hormones and function. Another one of the things that we're going to discuss in the course is the order of which nutrient absorption occurs, and the pH of the urine and things like the gut. So for example, the pH in your urine, it should be roughly 5, and in the gut, it should be roughly 2. And that is what is going to be discussed in the endocrinology section of the actual book. Then there's a questionnaire section. With regard to the questionnaire section, once you actually complete the course, you have access to these questionnaires on an online platform, and you can send them out to your patients and clients. The questionnaires are pertinent for all of the different profiles, but some of the questions that are going to be related to gut health are going to be things like, can you pass wind easily? Another one, is there undigested food in your stool? If you answer yes to those two, then one possibility is that you may have issues with regard to gut health, and you may need to actually work on improving your gut, on your digestive health. Once you get through the questionnaires, then there is a physical examination, and the physical examination, this is something that you would perform with your patient or client after they have completed the questionnaire. There are various physical factors that you would want to look at, and then you would rate everything based off of how abundant is it on the body and how severe is it. So let's say you have something like for example, you have redness on, or you have lateral thinning of the eyebrow. Lateral thinning of the eyebrow, is it something that it's very, very minor? Is it very, very clear and evident? Is it something where it's only a little bit of the outer portion? These are the types of questions you would ask. With regard to gut health, some of the physical examinations would be, is there fungus on the toes? Is there hard skin on the heels? They also give you the Bristol stool chart, so you could analyze the stool and see how exactly does their stool look to determine if they need help with their digestive health. Once you've actually done the physical examination and you've ranked everything and you've inputted the questionnaire into the software, then you're going to be told what exactly the priority is. One of the things with regard to the priority is, once you know what the priority is, then there are going to be different training parameters based off of the different profiles. For the training parameters, it's going to be discussed what exactly are going to be the best repetitions, the best sets, the best tempo, the best rest intervals for these particular individuals. With regard to gut health, one of the things is if you do have issues with gut health, making sure that you're adequately recovered is going to be very, very important, because if you end up training before you've had a chance to adequately recover, that stress is going to induce symptoms if you do have very, very poor digestive health. So one of the training variables with regard, or one of the training parameters with regard to gut health, is you want to make sure that they are completely recovered by the time they do the next set. So for something like gut health, training with a heart rate monitor and making sure that you're fully recovered would be an excellent way to mitigate any type of symptoms during training, to make sure that you are properly recovered and you're not overly stressing your body, and it'll allow for better optimal digestive function. Once we've learned about the training parameters, then another thing is going to be macronutrient recommendations. With regard to gut health, this one right over here, it's omitted from the gut health section. There are no macronutrient recommendations, but generally you're going to be told, okay, for the specific profiles, what type of food should this person be consuming? So for example, for adrenals, you want to make sure they're consuming solid protein at each meal. They're eating healthy fats, particularly in the morning. You want to make sure that for blood sugar management, they're minimizing their carbohydrate consumption. And those are the type of macronutrient recommendations that you'll find. Then there's also going to be lifestyle recommendations as well. With regard to the lifestyle recommendations, with regard to the gut health section, a few things, you want to make sure that the person is mindfully eating. With regard to mindful eating, one of the things is you want to make sure that they're eating nice and slow. They're not just piling it down their face as fast as they can. The slower they eat, that means they're going to be able to chew it a lot better. If they're chewing it better, it's going to be easier to break it down and digest. So that's just one of the examples of one of the things that you would want to make sure that they are doing if they do have issues with digestive health. Another thing is a lot of people that do have digestive problems, they don't do well with things like gluten, so you would want to make sure that they don't have any bread on the table while they are eating, so they could avoid any type of temptations. And another thing that is going to be discussed is the 5-10-15-20 rule. I broke this rule down a few years ago. If you missed the video, I'm going to include a link right up over here. But basically the 5-10-15-20 rule is you want to make sure that you take 5 deep breaths before you consume your meal. Deep breaths, it's going to put you in a parasympathetic state. Your parasympathetic state is your rest and digest, so it's going to calm you down and make it easier to digest your food. The 10 represents 10 seconds between each bite of food. So for 10 seconds, put the fork and knife down, thoroughly chew your food, swallow, pick it back up. Then 15 represents 15 minutes. You only want the meal to last 15 minutes. This is particularly if you are looking to lose weight, but in general, it's a good rule for people with digestive problems as well. You want to make sure that after 15 minutes, that's it for the meal. And then the 20 represents a 20-minute walk. After you finish your 15-minute meal, you go for a 20-minute walk, and that's just going to kind of help everything move around a little bit more. Then, once you've actually gone through the lifestyle recommendations, we are going to discuss things like supplement protocols and supplemental support. With regard to the supplements, what exactly are the recommended uses and what exactly are the supplements going to do? With regard to digestive health, some of the supplements that are going to be beneficial and that you would want to recommend for your patients and clients, a spore probiotic, something like glycine, glutamine, some type of digestive enzyme, and also something like colostrum. Those would also be really, really beneficial for people that have digestive health problems. Once we know what the supplements are that they need, then the other thing that they discuss, and this is specifically with regard to the gut health, it's not in any of the other sections, is going to be the 5R program. The 5R program, number 1, the R is going to be remove. You want to remove any suspected allergens. The best way to do this, in my opinion, is the elimination diet. I did a video on the elimination diet a few years ago. If you missed it, I can include a link right up over here. But you basically want to eliminate any foods that are suspected allergens and that you believe can cause any type of triggers with regard to your symptomology. Once you remove the food, the second R is you want to repair. You want to repair the intestinal lining. This is where things like the supplementation would come in, things like the spore probiotic. Once you've repaired the intestinal lining, another important thing is you want to replace the pancreatic enzymes, things like your bile, your HCl. So this is where something like digestive enzymes or HCl would come into play. Then you want to re-inoculate with beneficial bacteria. Once you've done the re-inoculation, then at that point, once you've eliminated all those foods, now it's time to reintroduce some of those foods. And when you reintroduce the restricted foods, you want to make sure that you are reintroducing foods while being able to maintain your health. If you are able to reintroduce a food and you notice no adverse symptoms, then you know that that is a good food for you and you can keep consuming it. Then, another thing that is going to be unique to the gut health section is going to be the fungal enzymes used in supplementation. 3 of the ones that are going to be discussed Number one is going to be amylase. Amylase, that is the group of digestive enzymes that allows our body to digest carbohydrates or starch. The second is going to be lipase. Lipases are the groups of enzymes that allows our body to digest fats. And then we have proteases. Proteases, these are going to be the groups of enzymes that allow our bodies to digest proteins. So, depending on what amylases or what type of digestive enzymes your body produces most of, that's going to dictate what would be best for your body and to help to repair your gut. If you produce a lot of proteases and lipases, then something like a high-fat, high-protein diet would be beneficial for you, and it would allow you to get optimal health. If you're somebody who produces an inadequate amount of proteases and lipases, then you would not want to do something like a high-protein or high-fat diet, and that would be contraindicative for your particular digestive health symptoms. So you would want to make sure that you're not doing something like that. I covered that in last week's book review when I did biochemical individuality. If you missed it, I'm going to include a link right up over here. But the last section of the book, that is going to be the case studies. With regard to the case studies, based off of the different profiles, it's going to be real-world applications of how exactly you would apply the information learned in this course to your particular patients and clients. But that's pretty much it for the course. If you did not take the course, if you've never heard of it, I would definitely recommend looking into it. One of the best 18 courses that I took in my 18 years as a coach. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask your questions down in the comment section so I can help you guys out. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I'm going to keep making these types of videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as I'm going to be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.